down trying to save the ball, but that was a perfect time flank.
I definitely made it through pretty quick. The ball's been getting rotated around, so we haven't seen too much ball time as the teams are trading. Luini unfortunately gets caught jumping out as Hadev was on the case, so that's going to give Uzi a chance to maybe move that ball as he gets it up there. We've got Hadev in a decent spot here at Cafe. Gonna survive without having to trade melees is huge. A couple of shots, tries to do some extra damage to Despiteful, but Despiteful was ready for it. So he's kind of trapped over here in ATM. Does he get out? No, it looks like, I think that's Despiteful. Yeah, still looking for him. Is going to take him down, but his team is taking away that time, especially with Kruvu getting a little bit low here from Dark Matter. It's going to slow them down even more as they try to get a break on this setup.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think somebody either spawned C or looped around to C, but nice double kill there for Kruvu. And it's in D1 we talk about this every season, but you don't typically see very long ball holds. So 10-15 seconds is a pretty legit ball hold in D1. They play the ball much quicker than D2, D3, and D4, and they also just collapse and have some serious strats. You mentioned these teams are likely to play together in tournaments too, so they not the first time they play together, and they kind of know where each other are going to be and what the play is. Oh, nice try.
I love spitting out
Yeah.
the shroud at the last second. Hey, hit a headshot with it, to be clear. That was a good shot with that shroud. Doesn't do any damage, but it looks like Dark Matter gonna get a decent flank. Get some damage. We didn't quite stay up on B-Rail. Gets back up there quickly, though. Kruvu is gonna go down. And Dark Matter isn't taking any damage yet, so if he can find a Spiteful, that could be big. Gets the kill without getting meleeed, 4 down. And this maybe gives them an opportunity to hold it. Looks like he's looking around to see where people are pushing up, which is a bold play to have your ball guy be the spotter, but who am I to judge?
Yeah, you don't question what these guys are doing because it's always purposeful and always it seems to always work out much more so for them than it would for me. But nice cross shots here, just getting some good damage. The old jiggle peek. How do you feel about the jiggle peek, Beetle? Nothing frustrates me more, but how do you feel about it?
I think it is a fun mechanic to have in the game for like being able to outplay stuff a little bit, just because Halo, for the most part, especially in year 4 of Halo, it's like people aren't really missing that often, so you have to have some way to get something done, or it's always going to be first person to get a shot wins. So I like it for now. I think it's okay. I would like to, see some different mechanics involved, but we're at this point in the game not really going to get that. So, my opinion, I think it's pretty neat.
I think it's pretty neat. What a great word, neat. We do see UZ with the camo here, but it looks like he's going to get spotted out and dead and killed pretty quickly. Let's see. It looks like Looney's actually in the lobby with kills with 9 right now. So, but there are a couple players with 8. Uzi just also tied. Now he's up with 10, so some good slays coming out. Looney has some nice cover fire from B-Rail. And again, these guys always have cover fire. They always have someone else shooting with them. And just like this, when he knows he's in a really bad position, he's going to retreat and find some teammates to help him, which is just such a good strat and a good play.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a great job staying alive, and as this round is starting to, get a little closer to the time going down, it's dangerous to let a team have the lead, but it's only 11 seconds. We do see a little bit of a player advantage on the side of Underground as they're trying to move that ball, but decent shots coming. Hated body blocks, saves Uzi, but they're both taking down the one shot. We'll see if Kruvu can get across, but no, Uzi immediately rotates it as Dark Matter picks one up, and the fight with Hadev is not going to work out because the team shot was there. That was an amazing rotation to keep that time pushing. Now, Looney has to try to get out of there with the repulse, and he's going to survive, but back in C, it's like, what are you going to do back there as Dark Matter is hunting him down?
Yeah, I mean, they're fighting at C, and the ball rotated back to A. So you had mentioned earlier that the time is ticking, and now they're up to a 35 second lead. So certainly with 2 minutes to go, they're going to be a little less free with playing the ball than perhaps they were. But they do have some numbers right now, and it looks like Team Eclipse is 2 down, getting some nice damage. The Looney cannot die here. And nice job just playing his life to stay alive. How did that do nothing to that grenade?
Once the grenade sticks to the ground, it does not like to move. You gotta repulse it when it's in the bounce animations, or it's just gonna stay there for the most part. I don't feel like that is physically accurate, but that is what we're working with. Come on, usually gets one. Oh, does like a fake sprint to fake him out. It kind of worked for a second, but Hadev is able to get this ball kind of based off of the time Uzi brought. We'll see if he can get it. 3 seconds left. He's trying to stay up and no. They get the clock stopper, but Uzi is there to clean up after Uzi his play from earlier, and they are going to take the first round.
Yeah, these names here, Uzi, Oz. I gotta work on my enunciation a little
They're
bit. But
coming for us for sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Making sure it's difficult.
yeah. Nothing is easy in D1.
Yeah, Sylvanik moves up quickly, gets the stick, and doesn't quite survive. He did do his best to get out of there immediately, trying to sprint out, hoping to dodge the melee. Yuzi's going to be the last one up. Manages to sneak a kill. Is kind of crazy and get that ball as his team has now spawned up to be able to help him. We'll see if Yuzi is able to get a kill. He gets one shot onto Sylvanik. I don't think he knows that somebody was trying to maybe push that cafe, but it looks like he's looking for him now as Looney is going to get away. No, he's not, as he was taking that one. But the trades are coming through. Still time going for Underground, man.
Yeah, and 3 down for Eclipse right now, and so if this would be a big kill, and now they are 3 down still, so starting to cycle a little bit here. If you're Team Eclipse, you need to make sure you get all your spawners up and push the ball accurately.
Is
But it's 40 seconds right now. It's a 40-second lead. So after all that, saying that there's not usually long ball holds, we see a pretty commanding lead out of Team Underground right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I low-key loved Hayden's play there of having Camo just kind of like off to the side in the middle of the map because it's like no one's really going to check there. And even if they happen to look over, they're probably not going to spot the Camo of all things just sitting there waiting to get as much free damage as possible. And he picks up a couple kills, gets another assist, and it's like what looked like could have been a decent break from Eclipse is more or less shut down as they have stopped the ball time from going through, but they did not get the kills. As oh no, the collapse is still here, and Hayden is just rotating this map so well. He stays alive. Sylvanic's not gonna be able to get him, so Sylvanik is gonna have to try to reposition, but goes down as well. And things looking catastrophic on the side of Eclipse at the moment.
Yeah, it looks like they're sort of just solo pushing here one at a time and not nice grenade shots. And
Oh no.
Looney's gonna be taken down. Camo and 7. And so we'll see if they're going to prioritize the ball here and try to break this setup, or they're going to try to get Camo, or both in a perfect world.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think that Underground's just been doing a good job of having like a person on a flank that actually gets the job done. Is like they're getting damage and kills every single time. So you're not getting into those like, 3v4 situations that you were talking about when it doesn't work. And we're once again seeing this mid camo play. I guess start taking notes if you're not at this level. That is a thing that sometimes works.
Yeah, I feel like if that was me, I would immediately just get eagle-eyed and be dead. It's just it's so unusual to see that D1 players like what is this, what's going on right now? Like there's no reason that this person's here, but I guess some lower tier players they just look everywhere and throw grenades everywhere, so it's a little different.
Yeah, they're just looking at where camo was, being like, the guy's got to still be there, right? Just,
He's there. He's there.
not
No,
what
he's
the
there.
top players do. They're like, he moved, he's gonna be in a good position, and like, nah, he's sweeping the leg on you, just chilling. But yeah, this game is running away quick as Underground has really taken command. The first game was really close, up to like the 55, 65 or 66 point. But this time, Underground is not leaving any room to breathe on the side of the cliffs.
No, I mean they only need 13 more seconds, and that time is ticking. So this is really the final push. If Despiteful is going to have to fly at the ball, but knowing that there's 3 or 4 players shooting him, there's not much that you can do in that situation. He did exactly
Yeah.
what he needed to. But just like that, we see a 2-0 ball win for Team Underground, and they go 1-0 in the series.
Yeah, no, definitely ran away with it again. Like that second round was just so dominant that like the kills kind of just exploded. It was pretty even going towards the end of the first round, but I feel like they had almost an extra player worth of kills on the side of Underground by the end of that, just always having a flanker disrupting whatever Eclipse wanted to do. So they're gonna have to bounce back. But again, Streets is always a very chaotic map. Like things can just get out of hand really quickly on that map, and a couple stray timings coming for you is always going to be a problem. But yeah, I mean, great kills, good assist numbers coming out from everybody. I'd love to see that damage and see, like what's really going on. Best teamwork I've ever seen. Yeah, dude. Despitefulness. What just happened? Dude, 6K on Dark Matter is great to see. I've known Dark Matter for a long time, kind of.
I
As like
know.
a random person that wasn't very good but was on his friend list from like Halo 3 all the way up to like things transferring to PC. It was like every time I see a name, I'm like, hey, I used to play with that guy sometimes. So love to see him doing that damage as we're jumping into our next game, which is going to be Slayer on Aquarius. So a much more controllable map, I feel like, and I think this will really test like what the teamwork is actually looking like.
Yeah, I mean D1 always the players always fly around the map. So starting off with Streets and Aquarius is just about the two most action-packed, fast-paced maps that we're going to have. And so I'm anxious to see how Team Eclipse rebounds from this, because they definitely have. I mean, they all have some serious slay power, but Team Eclipse with Sylvanic, I expect to see them popping off. And I'm also excited to see this first push for Overshield. And I feel like the new, the meta is sort of get the VR and have one person just shooting across. But
Hmm.
with with these guys and their clean shots, we'll see how long that actually somebody can actually survive there for.
Yeah, it looks like the the BR on the side of Eclipse immediately runs down to P1, trying to get a quick flank. It looks like we'll see if he can get something done. They're trying to triple team this P2 player, and I think that they have decent angles. But Dark Matter sneaks through, gets the OS as Uzi picks up 2. That's going to be 3-1 so far in this game. And Dark Matter is aggressively pushing Sylvanic, who is kind of trapped here in the fridge. They pick off the OS, but the collapse happened to a 5-1 lead, like real quick for Underground.
Yeah, that was a kind of a perfect start if you're underground. And I mean, the nice part about this map is a 5-1 lead off the rip isn't sort of obviously what you would draw up in your playbook, but it's also you just one round of slays and you're right back into it. And when you're fighting for the overshield, sometimes things happen, but they certainly cannot get pinned in their base and go 2 down like this, and 3 down now. So that's a cycle that they cannot continue to keep doing. And I think Kuruvu is just going to sit back there and wait for spawners to come up. But now Team Underground has some shots. They know where they are, so now the collapse should commence. Great shots by Uzi there, and gets taken out by Looney.
Yeah, and I mean, I really liked his play up there where he was getting some damage. The second a single shot hit him, he dropped off. He did not take any extra damage from that. Just trying to do his best to spot him out, and worked out pretty well to keep 2 players kind of pinned because they were looking for him. And now they've got some players over here kind of stuck in car 1, but it looks like Uzi's going to get taken out as the collapse comes through. Kuruvu trying to stay up. They have a slight numbers advantage. We'll see if they can get some positioning. They're only down 6, so a single team wipe will be all they really need to get back into this game, and they might have a collapse if Kuruvu can get into a good position. Does he notice this player? He is going to catch Uzi pulling up over on the brick, but Uzi's doing a great job staying alive, and Dark Matter comes in to save him. That's so tragic and not what you want to see with that flank, maintaining the 6-kill lead.
Yeah, and Overshield, I think, should be coming up any time now as well. So certainly both teams are going to be fighting for that, and it is up right now. So this is going to be a huge Overshield play. Oh my God, Dark Matter! Dark Matter! He is him. He is him. Dark Matter. I know he's your bestie, Beetle. He's goated. He's great. I know you guys go way back.
Yeah, way back. Definitely. He for sure remembers who I am.
Oh yeah,
what a chance. He doesn't, but I was going to be amazed if when he was getting ready for his clamber, because he took a shot at the guy before he grabbed the clamber. I was like, if he hits that headshot, that would have been a crazy way to sneak a kill and not waste any time getting that clamber. It's like usually trying to push up through the middle of the map a little bit. He is going to have to back down, but it kind of seems like he has that cover fire that has let him stay alive as Looney is stuck bottom mid for the moment. The collapse is going to come through as Uzi manages to make it work. He gets damage onto a couple of players up there, but Hative not quite able to get the trade. Still a 4-kill lead. It's kind of getting a little closer. Eclipse is making it work, but it goes back up to 5. And things have slowed down a little bit since the start of the game. I feel like Underground was very explosive in the beginning. They got their lead, and now they're just trying to get trades and maintain it.
Yeah, I think Uzi had the second overshield, and he had a pretty interesting strat. He was sort of just sitting, I think it was either yellow or blue brick, just sort of baiting everybody out to shoot him so his teammates could identify where they are. But by doing that, I mean, it certainly gave your teammates some good comms, but it also allowed the overshield to be melted so fast. So it'll be interesting to see how if they get the next one, how they play it, if they play a little differently.
Yeah, and I mean, with these high-paced lobbies, I suspect that a lot of it comes down to just where you happen to be on what you're going to be able to do, because you don't get the luxury of being like, I have OS and I want to do this, because you might just be guaranteed to get melted, so you have to pick an off angle and just hope for the best, stuff like that. But only a 3-kill game, so Eclipse is a wipe away from taking the lead.
And Overshield's up again, so again, this is going to be a nice fight for Overshield, and Looney is going to do his part to try to get it. And that little side jump, I feel like, oh no! Oh, I thought he popped it, but he has not. It's not popped yet. That little side jump from top mid there, obviously before Overshield was there, it wasn't really necessary, but I feel like I never even really saw it before Overshield was here. So it's been one of those nice little upgrades that teams have figured out how to get Overshield without taking quite as much damage.
Yeah, it works really nice to be able to sneak up. You are kind of like you're trading the like deception for speed because you can't really get a good slide anymore. So you can't do like a G slide to grab OS and try and get away. Instead, you just have to hope that they don't notice you right away, and so they're not able to get the full shot. So interesting mind games you can start to play with these different tactics to get up to top mid.
Yeah, that's a really good point. That you give up the speed factor for the surprise factor. But with that said, we are back up to a 12 kill lead,
Yeah.
and we probably ought to do a listen in here, Beetle, pretty soon, huh?
Yeah, I think we'll jump on in with let's see what Eclipse has got going on as they desperately need to try to come back here in this game.
I got P2. I have a gen cross. There's two there. One's in the gen, one shot, and one.
One shot yellow base, Uzi, going
I'm gonna
yellow
spawn there,
Peter.
though. I'm
Going
gonna
yellow
spawn there.
Peter, going yellow Peter.
I hear Peter.
Yeah.
I can
in
push
gen.
it now.
Enemy?
There's two.
I
No, just
I just got
one,
jugged.
two.
Three in the gen, bro. Three in the gen.
One shot here. Yeah, Shrooms is one
Yeah,
shot.
one shot front yellow, one shot front yellow, guys.
Here.
Two
Same,
shoot,
same. Oh, I
Okay,
should.
I can. Nice.
There's another guy at Pink Street, I think.
I'm peon.
Oh,
I'll
that's
go through him. I'll go
15.
through.
Oh.
In the fridge.
Alright, we have pink side, and I'm
Yeah, blue gen, one shot, blue gen, one shot.
Bottom blue gen.
Car 3.
I'm blue window.
I can't see him.
Me
got
too,
one.
me too.
Yo, they're
Oh,
yellow
yeah.
gen somehow. They're yellow gen somehow. The
They
fuck?
went through car 2.
Blue peon, you want it? Dude, one shot,
I'm
dude.
dying from yellow gen and somewhere on blue.
It was native on the
I'm
fridge.
just
on you.
staring at Ovi. He's on it weak.
No. I want P2.
More car 3.
P2's a little weak, guys.
Yellow
Don't
table
really
and yellow flag on me.
Yeah, I'm one shot. I'm being spawn killed. He's on yellow table. One shot.
I'm looking. He's car 1 now.
Yeah, he's still one. He's still one shot front
Alright.
yellow, guys. Like,
know.
I don't see him.
man,
Yep, blue gen and car 2.
fucking looking.
Money.
This game's fucking.
One shot. I got one. Oh, that's his car 2. He's pushing.
I'm gonna die.
You didn't get a single OS.
Nope.
Alrighty. We are back from that listening, and I mean the comms sounded pretty good, and I definitely didn't hear a lot of like unnecessary stuff that you would normally hear in some of the other leagues. So they're definitely still putting it in there, but they are just kind of down. Like the teamwork from Underground just seems a little overwhelming in the moment, and it feels like they were having some trouble like just trying to figure out what Underground is trying to do.
Yeah, I mean it is sort of the off season for HCS. So some of these teams are really just getting fired up, and who knows who's been playing together more than others. And but the comms were pretty relaxed. I mean, D1 players, they've seen it all. They don't get too flustered over things. It's week 1. It's not like it's the championship, so they're going to continue to sort of find their form and refine their teamwork as things go on. But Uzi with 17 kills, I mean, just absolutely tore it up. It's hard in this sort of lobby if a guy has
And most assists.
17 kills is a hard thing to overcome on a D1 lobby. So certainly MVP for that map goes to Uzi.
Yeah, and I feel like this team has just been having some interesting ways they're playing it because we saw it a lot on streets where they would like have someone kind of just in the middle of the map, and they did it again on Aquarius. Like we saw Uzi down there with the overshield for a bit, and a lot, and it feels like maybe they're getting that extra damage just by having a player where you don't expect. I don't think that that's going to be like a go-to always strategy, just like a mix-up, and then the other team is going to have to worry about it. So they might check those areas a little more than they would want to, and potentially throw off some of the timing angles that they actually want to be looking for.
We are seeing a King of the Hill live fire for map 3. It's 2-0 right now for Underground. Beal, thinking about sort of just the teamwork and the setups and how they've been holding positions, what do you think is going to happen in this map and mode? But also, what do you think Eclipse has to do to really sort of turn the tide and get back into the series?
I mean, I think it's kind of like with Hative right here, for example, is Eclipse just really needs to knock Hative off the map, I guess. But just be more ready for the Underground players to be in positions they're not want to stick, but to be in positions they're not really supposed to be in. Because I feel like that's been just what's been tripping them up. Every time they get some momentum, there's just a guy somewhere where they don't want him to be getting extra damage and kills. And it looks like The first camo is going to go Underground's way, and they have a very slight lead on the hill. It is closing up, but we'll see. Looney really needs to live here with that snipe. The snipe's looking for him, hits the body shot, and he's going to take him out. That was a great sacrifice out of his teammate to call it out, so Looney could get the shot off. We'll have to see what he can do with this knife. He's going to have to make it work, and the hill time is ticking away fast. They've got this control, so I feel like, again, as long as they don't let the players from Underground like sneak in anywhere weird, they should be able to hold some decent setups and kind of try to make this game work.
Yeah, one of the things that we heard at the very end of the listen-in was Team Eclipse said something about I think they said we didn't get a single overshield. So again, just controlling those power-ups is so important. And nice nade. But I don't know if he was talking about himself particularly or the whole team, but I think it was,
the whole team.
Yeah, I think it was the whole team. So
they almost had the one where Dark Matter did the like jump up instead of the slide, but there was a random person back in like blue gen that took him out right before he could finish popping it. So a little tough, but the first hill does go to Underground. I felt like it was a decent opportunity for Eclipse, but Hative is gonna win that, put a couple extra shots in the body. Like, they're definitely feeling themselves on Underground, and just with the pacing of the games, I think we should do an early listening and see what Underground's talking about, as they got to be feeling good at the moment.
do it.
Two hitting elbow.
I'm trying to look at you, Gabe.
Another one elbow.
Watch out, watch out. I got
Two
some.
dice,
Nice to beat, nice to
Dyson
beat.
B, Dyson QT guy.
I'm taking space A. Kill that dice kid.
I killed Dice. I killed
Nice,
Dice.
nice.
I'm milking. I'm milking.
Spawning big door. We're missing one.
Yeah,
We're
hear
missing
that,
one.
hear that.
Looney.
Yo, NB,
I know,
Looney or what?
Two
2
in
NB now,
B.
2 NB now. Did we see Looney?
One shot
No,
middle
I'm
B.
clearing you dummies, Gabe.
There was another one B on me.
Okay,
TP
man.
pillars.
Yeah, Gabe, I got your elbow.
Pillars.
I'm watching you bottom mid. I have you
I
guys
got your
bottom
mud.
mid.
I got mud.
Two B.
Ness is out, Drew. I mean,
Nothing
Max.
bottom.
One shot,
Two
Max.
B, we're
Pillars,
missing
one
one.
shot, Pillars.
Pillars.
Drew's not mid. Drew's
I'm
not
looking
mid.
top mid. I'm here, Gabe.
Yeah, Dev has camo, okay? He's baiting us.
Tires.
We Johnny.
I died to it.
I have all left.
My elbow, no
What's
damage.
up? Nice.
2 dead, guys. 2 dead.
I can reach on a second, Matt. He's my elbow. Both looking at me. I could.
Live now. Live forever now. They're spawning B on you. No, I have B.
What?
Ness.
Another one elbow.
That's the dice. One shot,
Shit,
dice.
Matt. Two dead.
Dice, one shot.
Sound
Dead.
like
Dice.
zombie.
I got help on this. Yes,
Can
I
someone
got
get
help.
sniped?
Nothing left.
Give your snipe.
He just grabbed it.
Yo,
I had
next is
exact-
A. Start going big door, Dev.
I'll pick up left. I'll pick up left.
Two
Weak in
here.
A, weak in A. One shot.
Yeah,
Small. I
I'm
went
about to
big.
reach out, I'm about to reach out.
Outside here. I'm behind you. Outside weak. Kill that guy.
Stop
Three
it.
in the
Stop
small
it.
door. A west
I got
side,
one.
small
I'm here.
door.
I'm here.
Small door, one shot. Sylvanic.
Nice.
I'm here. Nading it.
Small door, last guy.
He killed me. Small door.
Dead. He's fucking
I have
stupid.
snipe time.
I'm cut right now. There's
Alright,
one.
alright,
Hit
give me
pillars,
B.
Hit pillars, Jeff.
Here that.
One shot, pillars. Another
One
one.
shot, nice.
Two BP.
Two more B.
Another guy.
I shot the shots.
Yeah, but I spawned outside for you.
Two one shots training.
I have your sands.
Yeah,
I have your
I'm
sands. I have your sands. Get
Get
the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Go screens. Get the fuck out. Go screens, bro. Don't die with that sniper.
I'm fighting.
One shot bottom mid key.
I killed bottom mid.
Sniper rat.
You doing one shot, Looney.
I'm lefty, man. My bad, bro.
Okay.
One shot, Keto to Looney.
One shot,
On the
one shot,
right.
Keith.
On the right, Dev. Nice.
They were
Live,
sniping
live.
rat. Yo, listen. I'm coming up B. OS killed me. My bad. I took a
Oh,
rat.
west screens in.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
Play for spawner, Looney.
All right, we're back from that listening, and yeah, their comms are sounding good. A lot of energy, and they even have like good small talk. That call to have sniper try to leave so that they don't give up the sniper and hill was such a good call. It didn't work out for him, but it's like just the awareness to make sure that you're calling that kind of stuff is very impressive.
Yeah, even though it didn't work out for him, it still got the sniper out of A, and it sort of moved it more towards scoreboard side and forced some players to come try to fight for it, and just sort of created some chaos, which did not result in much hill time, as that sniper was sort of the primary focus for most players there. But we do see 3 players down for Team Eclipse right now, and another hill, 3-0 right now for Team Underground.
Yeah, Looney tried to sneak in there. He managed to get a kill, but it was just with 2 in there, he was not going to be able to do it. Plays his life, and so they have early time, but I just don't feel like they have the best position. They've got like kind of a sandwich flank going in, but I'm a little worried about Uzi on the bottom of the map if he's going to end up coming up behind them and causing some issues at some point. Looks like they are opting to give up the hill. They want to try and clear out C, but with Yuzi picking up one, that's going to make it tough. Looney's just trying to do what he can, but he hasn't been able to spot a player this entire time, as everyone but him is now wiped, and the control is going pretty heavily into Underground's favor. He needs this win. Hits the perfect, and that could be what they need to maybe slow down this this hill.
Yeah, that was a huge win right there, because now they should be able to clear out the hill at least, and even if they don't get a kill here, at least they can get. Well, they're actually taking some hill time too, so it looks like they're starting to prioritize objective a little bit more than perhaps we've seen in the previous mode of oddball anyway, which is good news. Nice shots out of Dark Matter. We do see 14 kills and 13 kills out of both Hative and Yuzi, so they are certainly getting some kills for their team, which is allowing obviously the hill to tick away on their side. But nice shots out of Cruz right there, Ruvu, I should say.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, this is one of the more contested ones we've seen so far. But it does look like momentum is kind of starting to go over towards Underground side, especially if they can clean up these hills, because we saw some spawners already at A, so it's going to be a while before they can come and help. And the cross shots come through, putting 2 more down. Despiteful's going to have to try to stay alive, but they know he's there, and Yuzi's on the case. Already back there trying to get the damage done. Hasn't got it yet. Runs out of ammo. No way. If I was like, if he gets a sneaky jump there and survives, I'll lose my mind. But during all of this, they overtook the lead for the hill, and they're just a little bit away, especially if Hative can get a pick, knows there's 2 low players. The Spiteful comes up, the assist comes through. This is going to be so hard as the melee comes in too, and huge play out of Hative there, did so much damage.
Oh my God, that was an incredible play. Got a kill, did so much damage, dropped down to the hill, stayed alive. I mean, what more can you ask for, really? He's just absolutely frying this game. I cannot wait to see his damage.
Yeah, I was like, I guess you could ask for Uzi to be behind these players at B. I was like, if he gets a stick there. But no, Uzi's here to clean up the shots. Oh, Looney with the perfect for the double. They have control, and they still have a chance to get this hill. They definitely slowed him down enough. Like, 1 pick is really all they need. Hative is taken low, and it looks like they're both going to have to back down, but I expect the collapse to maybe come through. No, they don't go for him. I don't think they thought they had time. They're getting camo and setting up for the next hill is what it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to give that one up, and they did, obviously. This hill right here, though, they're on the I think they're on the right side of the map, but they all collapsed A except for Despiteful. So they really want to hold C on this map. It's so hard to try to win this hill from A. Oh, and Savanic does a nice job of surviving there. He's going to continue.
Oh, he's still
the
getting
bait
out.
and switch. He's just gonna say see you later.
Yeah, and it almost looks
no,
like
like...
with the way that they're playing this is that they're trying to just waste time, because they didn't really make too much of a put. Dude, Sylvanic is being such a nuisance at the moment. He will go down, but yeah, it seems like they were thinking about seeing if they could stall out this middle hill. That hasn't worked, so I feel like now they're going to prioritize like actually getting a break. I cannot believe he survived. That's that good teamwork, and Despiteful's taken down to 1 shot as well as they're cleaning it up. Now Savonic is bottom mid. He gets 1 kill, but the hill time is going to Underground, and they have this tower side, so if they can get a player up on tower, that could be a huge spot. Hative out of nowhere sneaks the kill onto Kruvu, and it's like, that is just the kind of thing that you need to not have happen, and it's the thing Underground's been doing so well this whole series.
Yeah, no, they have. They've been. Their teamwork is definitely pretty exceptional right now, and it looks like Team Eclipse is really going to try to just add everything they can for this hill. It's almost like they're desperate in the hill, but they really need to. Looks like just like that though, it's a 2-3 game. And man, this if you're Team Eclipse right now, you have to be feeling kind of good about this. You're coming back, you're getting some kills, you're getting some position, and with 1:40 to go though, you have to play this. You have to play this hill pretty close to it. And Looney's going to jump in and to start the time ticking with Sniper as well. So we might see some clip moments here. If you're in the chat, pay attention, because there's going to be some serious sniper action coming out of Looney. I feel it already. It's going to be goaded. There's 1 shot. I feel
It's 1, but the 2v1's getting dangerous. Oh, the body shot into the double assist from the crew. So, like, decent damage, you know. And has taken some players out. Knows that Hative's back. And wait, I swear I saw a hit marker, but I guess not. That was definitely an observer bug for us. As they're doing a good job locking this down, and they have done a great job of not letting the time tick down too much, so they don't have to worry at all, I think, about getting timed out. Looks like they're taking a break to try and maybe get this camo. Hative's already there with a couple of shots, but 2 players are here. The flank comes through, as I think that was Yuzi up top, is going to have a good angle on this. Camo is still up. No one's really been able to get it, but the hill is not really been able to move this whole time. As we'll have to see if Kruva can sneak a kill. He gets 1, but the collapse comes in 3 down. Looks like Yuzi's going to get that. Sylvanic was the only player up. Sneaks a kill, but it's not enough to stop the camo.
Yeah, that was it's going to be a huge camo play because now the time, for a while there, the time wasn't a factor and they were doing some good hill time. But 40 seconds to go, they really need to play some perfect Halo and they have to kill this camo player so quickly because, one 4 wipe and all of a sudden you're almost out of time. Oh, it looks like they spotted him though. Oh my God, camo. I feel like camo sometimes makes you more visible.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's looking for you. He tried to get in a good spot. He does get it down, but it seems like Underground was very committed to just playing time on this hill. And since the last hill, because they really didn't make any attempt to try to actually get that middle hill. So we'll have to see if this is going to work out. It looks like it's getting kind of close, but I think that Eclipse should be able to get this. They have 2 kills, only need a little more time. As Dark Matter is trying to get back, Looney is making sure to put damage down and does manage to survive. Dark Matter's going to get 1 as Yuzi gets another. So the C control is going to Underground, and they need to close out this hill if they want to finish the game. But Eclipse is looking like they're on the road to a comeback.
Yeah, what a wild map and mode so far. I mean, started off, I think it was 2-0, and Underground looked like they were sort of just cruising to a 3-0 series lead, and just like that, King of the Hill, although this hill is ticking away pretty rapidly, but they did tie it up. If your team Eclipse, this has to feel good and good for the ego a little bit to sort of tie this map up.
Yeah, it looks like Eclipse has gotten some of the kills that they want. The trade comes through, so that's going to put Dark Matter alone. He's trying to get some damage, and I like that he backed down there. You don't want to get picked by that sniper off of a no-scope or something to, keep the staggered spawns going. And now they know Sylvanic's back there, so it looks like he got a great flank as Dark Matter manages to sneak through the bottom, gets 1 kill. Looks like he's going to clean up Sylvanic as well, and this is a huge opportunity to get the break. Looney's trying to hit some snipe shots, but the nades come through. Oh, that did a lot of damage as these players are getting taken out. And now there's going to be really just 1 more chance for Eclipse. I feel like it looks like they maybe are stalling for long enough. Camo's up, and I think Hate have got it too, which is so problematic for Eclipse.
Yeah, this hill could go either way. I mean, 2 players down on both teams, but we do see Camo coming up, and he's just going to be sitting here, just a human radar now. Oh no! What a huge damage by Sylvanic there to be able to allow his teammate to come in and clean it up. So this is going to be a fight for back mud. We're going to see some back mud pushes though. So this could be the last fight of the night that we're going to be seeing.
Yeah, it's going back and forth a lot riding on Sylvanic right now. He has to get something done, but there are 2 players on the hill. They're already doing the damage. Sylvanic gets taken out. They're trying to fly through, but I think with all these players, they're not going to make it. And Underground, in kind of a nail-biter last game, they do end up coming out on top 3-0 with some really interesting Halo play to me. Like, I feel like I have not seen the way they're playing the maps that often. Like, they just always had a guy in the right spot to just completely shut down what Eclipse was wanting to do.
Yeah, we were talking about that during the listen-in, that I think it was the hill that was at B. There were only 2 players up for Eclipse, and they were sort of stuck fighting at C because they couldn't even cross over because Team Underground had a player top tower maybe, just sort of getting great cross damage. So they were 2 down, and the last 2 players were stuck fighting C. They couldn't even get to the hill because of sort of the teamwork and the positioning of Underground. It was just a pretty it was interesting to watch them play for sure in their positioning and some of their strats.
Yeah, no, that was definitely crazy. Like Eclipse looking so strong. Sorry, Underground. Okay. Underground looking real strong. Eclipse had kind of a slow start. We'll have to see if they can bounce back, coming into next week. But yeah, this Underground team is looking pretty solid, and I expect to see them playing well throughout the rest of this league. And even like just looking at the damage, like it was nice for Eclipse that they were able to get the game close and come back, but they're missing out on a couple thousand worth of damage there. Just so much pressure coming in from Underground the entire time.
Yeah, I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head, right? I mean, just looking at the damage dealt, I'm not going to do the math quickly, but it's definitely a couple thousand difference. And can we switch to the assist? Because for some reason in my mind, I feel like the assists are going to tell us the story as well. They seem like they were just playing together so nicely.
Just a quick 50 assists on Underground's side.
Yeah.
41, that was not bad on Eclipse.
No, not at all for that damage. And I think one of the things that you mentioned again during the listen-in was Underground just won their pivs too, right? I mean, they
Yeah.
were not only were they working together nicely, but they just won their pivs. And Halo's a game that if you can win your piv consistently, then especially at this level, you're going to put the other team in a bit of a spin, bit of a blender.
Yeah, no,
Forster, thanks for the sub, buddy.
it's definitely always tough when that happens, and like no matter how good your teamwork is, you are going to end up in a piv at some point in the match, and so you got to be ready for that kind of stuff. But again, great games out of this. And if you're just tuning in, this is one of your first AB streams. The Division 1, which is going to be starting at 10 p.m. East every Saturday, is very stacked. I think we have like 4 or 5 teams that are almost, if not full, like AM rosters. So those teams are ones to look out for. There's also like a lot of up and coming players in the division. It's going to be sweaty. There's 9 total teams, so it should be really exciting stuff coming into this. Going to be every week for the foreseeable future. So exciting stuff there. And if you're wondering how to get involved in some of this stuff, because we do have other leagues with a variety of different like skill caps and things like that. So no matter where you are, you can play. Then why don't you hit that ! Discord to get a link to the Ascending Baseline Discord. Ascending Baseline is a gaming and fitness community that is always pushing its members to ascend their baseline, not only in gaming, but also in their fitness. We've got daily game nights, which are new, that we just kind of started up. We're trying it out, where these are money 8s. You have to be a subscriber to the Discord, different than a Twitch subscriber, and then you'll get credits that you can use to enter these 8s. And every win, you win some money coming directly from Ascending Baseline. You don't actually have to put in any money to play in those 8s aside from your subscription to the Discord. We've got active looking for group and matchmaking going on. Like I think we got like 3 to 5 lobbies almost every night. And just players throughout the day looking for stuff. We got tournaments with monthly tournaments with prize pools. We got one coming up on the 25th. I think the signups might still be open. I heard something about them closing last Friday, but I also heard they might extend that. So definitely check that out as well. Those tournaments are going to be casted right here on the Ascending Baseline channel. We do a mix of draft and bring your own team tourneys, and there's also mixes of like skill ranges on the tourneys. So sometimes it'll be a higher range tourney, sometimes it'll be lower. So a little bit of something for everyone. We've got quarterly leagues right now. We're in the AB League, which is just the Ascending Baseline League. This is pre-made teams with multiple divisions. So you're always you're signing up with people that you want to play with. And then we just finished up our I think there's still one playoff week left of Pandemonium, maybe if I'm not crazy here. But our Pandemonium League, which is a draft-based one, so you sign up for that. Captains are picked, and then they draft out their team like the day before the league actually starts. So it's always a good time. We alternate between those two during each of the different quarters. All the tournaments, leagues, and events are streamed right here on the Ascending Baseline channel. We've got detailed player tracking stats for our grounds games, which are, again, the money 8s. So you can see how well you've been doing in them. Compare yourself to the other players in the Discord. Compare yourself to, like, last session to see what your improvement stuff has been like. And we got more to come in the future. So, join the Discord with !Discord, and make sure to follow us with !Twitter for all the latest news and updates on what's going on in Ascending Baseline. And if you get tired sometimes like me, make sure you check out Coffee Brand Coffee. They're our wonderful sponsor, and they have a great coffee. We've got quite a few members of the Discord that are using it, and I've heard no complaints so far. If you use code ASCEND, you'll get 10% off, and every purchase helps support Ascending Baseline and lets us do the things we're doing, like these leagues, tournaments, and streaming events. So thanks for joining us. I'm Beetle Crisp. I was joined here with Bump and Scatter, one of our awesome admins. We had Reaper, the GOAT, on the obs, making sure we caught all of the action in that exciting game between two of our Division 1 teams. And we'll catch you next time. And by next time, I mean literally tomorrow. So show up for that same time, and we'll catch you later.